Alright, everybody, welcome back to the final match in this modern competitive league. We have been on a hot streak of victory, straight victory, in the last 4 games. We did drop a game, to be fair, against Living End, um, but we're 4-0 in matches right now, 8-1 in games. So let's see if we can close this up with a 5-0 in a modern competitive league. That's what I'm going for. Let's take a look at our hand here. So we've got turn 1 Serum Visions. Not much else. Against a slow deck, this hand could be just fine. Snapcaster and Cryptic are both great grindy cards, and Serum Visions could help us find the tools we need to beat most decks. So I say we keep. Hopefully, we won't get punished by like a burn deck here or something. But that would be a beautiful way to go out, wouldn't it? Tron. Tron, also a beautiful way to go out. Alright, let's top deck Delver here and not care. Oh, another one of those. Okay. We'll go ahead and get Steam Vents here. We don't want that fetch to get in the way of our scries later on, in case we really want to keep most of our cards. K-Command. Slot Scour, K-Command. It's a little slow, but I'm going to keep it on top. I think it can be a good card down the road. I'm worried that our opponent will set up turn 3 Tron here, though, and we'll be caught with our pants down. So maybe I should have bottomed to search for some sort of counter spell. Oh boy, yep, we're facing down turn 3 Tron. Ugh. So let's go ahead and Thought Scour ourselves first. Oh wow, there's our Delvers. Then we'll play another Serum Visions. We'll bottom both of those at this point. On the play, this hand might have been okay, but right now, it's just a little bit too slow. They're going to get their Tron online now. We couldn't capitalize with like a turn 1 Delver. Oh, Blue Tron. Oh, hello. That is not what I expected at all. Interesting. So they could be... Blue Tron. I haven't played against Mono Blue Tron in a while. Oh boy. It's not going to be an easy game, is it? We could Serum Visions here and keep up Mana Leak. We could also just keep up K-Command for something. We could also just keep up Blue to represent like a Spell Snare or a Spell Pierce or something like that to go along with our Mana Leak. But I imagine if we're fighting over something, our opponent's going to go for the fight. Because usually they'll have nothing to lose, especially because we have no pressure. But with that said, our life total doesn't matter much. I'm just going to go ahead and pass. If they play some sort of artifact, we can try to counter it. They could also play, what's that card? The one that draws 3, and they can discard an artifact instead of discarding 2. Thirst for Knowledge. That could be what's coming up right now. Yep. Because if we Mana Leak this, and then they get Tron online, and then they slam like a freaking Sundering Titan or something, the game's over. So we have no choice but to basically let this resolve. And what we can do next turn, during our opponent's end step, is try to K-Command, get back a Delver, just to try to set up a clock. But here... Yep. And let's just try to get their counter spells out of their hand here. So, return target creature card from your graveyard, target player discards a card. So we'll try to get back Delver, try to get them to discard. I imagine this is getting countered. Oh? What did they discard? Oh man, jeez, they must be loaded. I'm actually going to keep up Cryptic here, because I am genuinely afraid of what's coming. Yeah, the thing is, I don't want to fight over thirst. I want to fight over threats. we really need a Delver, you know, like on turn 1. That's so they discarded more Tron pieces. That means their hand is probably stacked. Double island. Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and get an island here. We'll try to just throw out a Snapcaster Mage. We maybe should have done that a while ago. We'll target Thought Scour. And then say okay. And then Thought Scour ourselves here. Keep red open in case we draw a Bolt. What did we discard here? Another. Okay. We are far away from being in the driver's seat here. We'll go ahead and play a Bloodstained Mire, run out one of the Delvers, and say go. It's not a Thirst for Knowledge? Jesus Christ. Yep. So they're crafting their hand to be basically perfect. Discarding more lands. Jesus. Oh boy. This is nerve-wracking. I don't know how much Cryptic is going to do against, you know, like double blue. I'm sure they have another Tron piece in hand because they've discarded what was that, 3 Tron pieces already. So, my guess is they know what they're doing more or less. Engineer Explosives for 1. That's fine. Actually, that's very fine. If that's what they're doing with their mana, who am I to tell you otherwise? Alright. Let's set a stop on my turn here. Because we don't want to draw Scalding Tarn, so we want to fetch now. Get a chance at drawing something else. And we'll get another Steam Vents. Blue mana is good if we want to. We say okay. Mana Leak is not bad. We'll play a Mountain. And we want to get Creeping Tar Pit online, but we'll do that next turn. We just want to keep up Cryptic plus Mana Leak. Yep. They got rid of our Delver. They'll take 2. And that will pass. We just got to fight over the threats in their hand. Oh boy. It's a Wormcoil Engine. Oh, yeah, don't play that Wormcoil Engine. Be afraid. Ugh. Expo map. You got it, sir. Alright, we don't need to set the stop anymore. Spellstorm might be okay. I'm not really sure what kind of 2 mana counters they might play. But we're not winning the long game here, so we gotta really get something going here. Academy Ruins. Oh god, they're setting up for the Mindslaver. Mindslaver. Do we fight over this? We could go Cryptic Command, counter, and bounce Academy Ruins? Or is drawing a card more worthwhile for us at this point? I think bouncing Academy Ruins is worth it. Because they played a land this turn. Right? Reveals Academy Ruins, plays Academy Ruins, yep. Cast Mindslaver. Counter target spell. I'll just slow them down just a little bit. Turn target permanent to its owner's hand. So counter. Return. We are likely not winning this counter war. Yeah. They're going for the 2 mana. Remand. Which one is that targeting? Is that targeting my Cryptic? We'll go ahead and Spell Snare here. Because Mana Leak does nothing in this position. Oh boy. Yeah. We wish we had one more mana that this Creeping Carpet was an untapped source. But that's what we're worried about, that the Thirst for Knowledge, they've been digging for more and more counters to win fights like these. 1, 2, 3, 4, bam, bam. What you got? Show me your moves. Condescend. Okay. No. You win this fight, buddy. Better go ahead and scry in there too. And it looks like Mindslaver is in. Yeah. Now, question is, ooh, Snapcaster Mage, Kolagon's command. Ugh. They can still, it slows them down, and it gives us a chance. And at this point, that's what we need. So let's go Snappy. We'll target Kolagon's command. Say okay. Destroy target artifact. And we'll make him discard. Right? We can get back another Delver. Let's see. If we get back another Delver, we play a Delver, we flip a Delver. Play a Delver, play 2 Delvers, flip both. That's 10 damage, plus another 3. Yeah, that might be what we have to do here. Return target creature, destroy target artifact. So we'll get back Delver, destroy Mindslaver, pay a red, black, blue. We're setting ourselves up here to win next turn, as long as they don't go Oblivion Stone. Question is, do they have the mana to go Academy Runes, put Mindslaver on top, and activate Mindslaver? I don't think so. This is 2, 4. Oh God, what is it? Ulamog? Oh, Mindslaver. Oh, they do have the mana. Oh, geez, they had 10. That's the lock, basically. They just presented the lock. So what happens here is that they'll do this every turn, taking control of all of our turns. Maybe we should have kept up Mana Leak there. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I might have totally miscounted that play. 1, 5, 7, 10. Yeah. That's unfortunate. That's on me. All right. You got the lock, sir. Let's go to game 2. Against sideboarding. Fulminators. Counter Squall, 100%. Dispel. Surgicals. Collective Brutality, and maybe even Ancestral Vision. I'm not sure we want to play that kind of game against them, though. We'll cut Terminate. We'll cut Fatal Push. We'll cut our Lightning Bolts. We'll cut Spell Snare. And we'll cut 2 Cryptics. The reason being we're cutting 2 Cryptics is because they're a blue deck too, and tapping out for like a 4-mana counterspell can be really rough. But that said, I don't think we want to play Ancestral. I think we're actually going to bring in the set of bolts, because the best way we win is getting aggressive. So that's my game plan here. I'm not a big fan of Ancestral Vision. Especially, it might be better in the Blue Tron matchup, I'm not sure, but yes, I'd like to play first. It's a greedy keep, but I'll keep it. We've got Serum Visions, we've got Fulminator. we could get there. But like I said, it's greedy. Yes. Let's go Serum Visions. Let's try to get another land. Tar Pit, Island, Dispel. I like all of those, actually. Dispel could be pretty nice. So we're going to be playing Tar Pit next turn, so we don't need that island yet. Interesting. But we're gonna interesting. Just Ghost Quarter Island. You know what? I'm not even gonna go Thought Scour here. I'm just gonna go for our third land. Then I'll pass, and I'll try to get him somewhere. There's a Tron piece. Expo map. Sure. Old Thought Scour, try to hit another land. Sweet, we got the other land. Let's go Thought Scour again. See what our opponent wants to do here. Cool, that's too many lands. I didn't ask for these many lands. But now we have Fulminator plus Dispel up. And I like going for that. And this will definitely set them back just a little bit. And we'll go for the Tron piece immediately. Next turn we can K-Command, get the Fulminator Mage back. And we can still keep Dispel up. It's a little slow. We'd like to see a Surgical here to try to cut them off of Tron entirely. But looks like they picked up another power plant. And we just have to slow them down here. Alright. We've got a game plan. And it's pretty good. Against Tron. Thirst for Knowledge is interesting here. I kind of want to save the Dispel to protect the Kolaghan's command. But that said, I could have gone for it right now while they're tapped out. But let's see. Alright, so they discarded Sundering Titan. Probably a good idea at this point. Surgical Extraction Fulminator. That is greedy, sir. Let's get another black source. Return target creature, and target player discards a card. So we'll get back Fulminator, make him discard. That negates Surgical, because it doesn't have a target anymore. It becomes illegal. And then next turn we can Fulminator again. And then we can even like snap K-Command. Get back Fulminator. We will say no. We don't even want to let them draw cards now. We want to get aggressive with these Fulminators. And we'll say go. Jeez. Alright, that's a lot of power plants. Crack a fetch. Get a Steam Vents. No. Put a Delta. So what I want to do is snap K-Command. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So that's going to cost 5. Wow. That's a lot of power plants. Interesting. So we could just get aggressive here. Let's go Bolt Face. We don't need to focus on Fulminator Mage all that much anymore. Now we can go Snap. Bolt. Fire up the Tarpit. There's K-Command. There's an argument. I mean, if they didn't counter the Snapcaster, are they? But I don't want to get greedy. We'll bolt face here. Negate. Interesting. We could go. Nah, I'm not going to waste the Snapcaster. You know what? You want to negate that? That is fine. Because how much mana do we have now? We have enough to actually snap K-Command into Fulminator. Return target creature, target player discards a card. So return Fulminator, make him discard, pressure their hand a bit, make it difficult to do anything. We'll play it right away. What do they have here? What do you got? Warping Whale? Ghost Quarter. Sure, I have not targeted it yet. Ah, I see. They could remand here. Okay. Interesting. Condescend. Okay. No, we can't pay. They'll go ahead and scry, but they're down to 3 cards. They've got 3 lands. We have a Tar Pit. I was even contemplating Ghost Quartering. Fulminator on the Ghost Quarter, because now after we have a 3-turn clock now, we'll be able to deal 7 damage next turn. Solemn Simulacrum. Oh boy. All right, we're getting to the grind here. What can we do? Mana Leak is not a bad draw. Let's get aggressive though. I don't care if they draw a card. I want to get them dead. Sure. We go ahead and draw. Get them down to 8. We've got Mana Leak backup. They have another Tron piece. What do you want to do? I can tango. And lands is not what we want to see here. We'll fire up the Tar Pit once more. Try to get him dead. Hopefully they don't have like repeal. Spatial Contortion. Ugh. Yeah, we can't do anything against that, but it also means that's a few less cards that they have in hand. Hopefully they go for like Thirst for Knowledge now, and we can counter it. Or they just hopefully got nothing. No Tron. Mana Leak somehow still live. We'll go ahead and Thought Scour main phase, try to hit something. Ah, land. Exactly what we were looking for. Alright. Another Contortion. Repeal. Interesting. That actually... I don't know if that's such a good play on their part, but sure. Let's take a look at our graveyard, because now we can... We can Snapcaster Mage, K-Command, return like a Snapcaster Mage, and make him discard. We want to do that right now while they're low on mana. We want to keep pressuring that hand. Make sure that they don't have a chance to cast whatever big thing they've got in hand, while also keeping our mana leak alive while they're only at 4 mana. So we'll see what they decide to do here. We'll get target K command, say okay. And we'll say return target creature from your graveyard, target player discards a card. We'll get back. I mean, there's an argument for Fulminator Mage, right? No, there's not. And then we'll black, blue. Negate. Let's fight. Okay. So we get back our Snapcaster Mage. And now we have to dodge a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can we dodge a turn? Expedition map. I will take that as a dodge. Sure. Academy Ruins. Let's see, what's in your graveyard? What kind of ugly thing can you continuously recur here? Delver of Secrets. Let's take a look at our graveyard again. And not theirs anymore. Do we still have a Kolaghan's Command? We used them all up, unfortunately. We'll run out this Delver. I don't think they milled there. They got a Sundering Titan, but they don't have Tron. And then they know we have Snapcaster Mage, so we could mana leak it. And that's what we'll do. We'll just keep up mana leak. Let's see, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Do you realize that I've got mana leak in my graveyard now? Alright. We'll jam the old Snappy. Get that mana leak. Mana leak target Sundering Titan. Alright, let's flip that Delver with like a lightning bolt. Let's do it. Cryptic command. You want to reveal this card? Yes. Because that means we basically win. Alright. Let's get warmed up here. It's going to be quite an intense game. I'm not sure I like Mana Leak all that much. Even though we saw it do some work in that game, we're going to cut a few bolts. Cut a few Mana Leaks. Let's get... Spell Snare's not that great. I mean... Do we bring in Ancestrals? I mean, these games go long. Do we just bring in all the Cryptics? Maybe 3 Cryptics, 2 Bolts, 2 Spell Snares, 1 Mana Leak? Or 1 Spell Snare, 2 Mana Leaks? I don't know. But being on the draw is going to make this a little bit more difficult. Unless we get like the easy win with Fulminator, Surgical. And even that is not necessarily an easy win. But let me know what you guys think in the comments if I should be bringing in Ancestral in this type of matchup. Our hand's a little slow, but I'll keep it. They're going to 6. We've got Fulminator Mage. They're going to 5. Ugh. Expo map. Sure. That's how you get out of Mulligan. Go ahead and play the Scalding Tarn. Getting a Steam Vents most likely. Oh, geez, no second land. Alright. One more turn. Don't hit a land. Don't hit a land. Arguably, we could have... Oh, they got a land. Probably could have flashed in Snapcaster there, actually. I like to keep them... Let's attack their graveyard, their lands while we can. While they don't have any blue. Yep. Man, just one turn. And they got an island, sure. Because that's the way they'll be able to fight us this game. Not necessarily Tron, but using their counter spells. Alright, so let's think. Can we play Tasker with Dispel backup? I think we can. Right? Yeah. We'll get another Steam Vents here. It means exiling this Fulminator Mage, but I think we're off that plan at this point. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Go ahead and Dispel that right away, and hopefully we can untap with a Tasker and Cryptic command or Snap Dispel. Ooh, where's this tower? Okay. This might be a game, especially because we're not drawn very well. But this is where we want to be. Threat on the board, counters in hand. And they're getting there. So kudos to them. Let's see, Repeal can't. Let's go ahead and crack the fetch first. Let's get another black source. And then we'll Tassiger it up. I don't think they have any instant speed ways of dealing with our Tassiger while we're tapped out. Wow, that's pretty good stuff in the graveyard there. We'll probably get Serum Visions back. Yep, because the rest are just too good. Alright. Let's go ahead and swing out here. Got a clock going. We'll play Serum Visions. Delver and Collective Brutality. Interesting. Let's draw the Delver. Nope. And nope. Counter target spell, draw a card. Alright. So now we can make use of all these extra lands here with Collective Brutality. And then we can still keep up Snap Dispel. So let's do 2 modes. Target opponent reveals hand, and target opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. Let's go ahead and discard this Delta, because we got our basic swamp already. See what our opponent's working with here. Negate, Spatial Contortion. Interesting. What do we care about more? Probably Negate. We'll go ahead and cast our Delver. We should be set up to kill them next turn. As long as they don't get their Tron piece, and even if they do, it's not the end of the world. We'll go ahead and attempt to dispel that. Right, that is an instant. Yep. Let's go ahead and go for the dispel here. Unless they drew like a remand, I think we're gonna go ahead and seal up this win here. Even Condescend doesn't get them out of this. Oh wow, they drew the remand. But that doesn't matter. We still got 6 power on the board. And a lot of lands. As long as we don't click through combat here. Woo! We did it, team. Uh, went 5-0 in this modern competitive league. We beat Tron. To be fair, they did stumble in that game 3. They mulled to 5, didn't hit a second land until turn 3, I think. Um, but we grinded that game 2. We deserved that game 2 win. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some closing comments on how I feel about the deck and all that good stuff. Alright, see you soon. Competitive league. What can I say? Deck's great. I'm great. What else can you do? No. On a more serious note, I really liked how the deck performed. I think Cryptic Command was so good in so many different situations. Just the fact that it's a late game hard counter that continues drawing you cards. The fact that it can tap down, your opponent's team. We saw that both in the Bant Nightfall matchup, where we tapped down their team to go for lethal, and then we also saw that in the Living End matchup. Oddly enough, where tapping down their team and swinging with our own team in the race, it won the game. Um, I really enjoyed Cryptic Command's performance. Now, I don't know if 4 was the right number. The way I went about constructing this list, first and foremost, was to really streamline it, have multiples of cards, feel how it's like to draw 2 cryptics in your opener. Because even if you run 3, that could happen. So I wanted to test these cards. I didn't want to try weird one-ofs. I wanted to see how good the cards that were in here are in the current metagame. And I feel like we got a good idea of that. I mean, Mana Leak was solid. I think it was much better than Counter Squall in a lot of the situations. Countering a Spell Queller, countering. We didn't see it in this series, but countering Tarmogoyfs in some of my side matches. I really enjoyed Mana Leak's performance. Spell Snare as well. Both of these cards, I think, as 2-ofs, are where we want to be. Whether we want to run 4 Cryptics in the future, I'm not sure. We didn't really get punished by any matchups. We didn't face Zoo. We didn't face Burn. So it depends on your local meta, of course. And for a big event, maybe you could trim down one. But it really depends on the meta. Delver of Secrets was fantastic. It was a clock when we needed it to be. We had 27 instants or sorceries, I believe, in the deck, which was felt like a good amount. And Delver flipped relatively often, so I did like that. Kolaghan's Command overperformed. The thing is, we are a Grixis control shell in a sense. So Kolaghan's Command Snapcaster has always been an amazing recursive grindy engine, but it really, you can tell in those games it overperformed. Fatal Push, Terminate. I like the split. With more hard counters and more late game, I don't think we need too much extra removal. Maybe one more Murderous Cut somewhere in the list. But we didn't really need it, and we don't have to dilute our deck too much in the future. Overall, I loved how the main deck performed. It seemed like a lot of cards were never really dead. Of course, I'd love to have a Collective Brutality in the main deck. I always do, but the deck as is, I feel, is perfectly serviceable for FNM or even some other high-level modern event. So I definitely recommend you try it out. Make your own tweaks for your own meta, what you think you're going to expect, of course. This was just a very rough list. I didn't expect to go 5-0 with it. But it could just be exactly where we want to be with Delver. That we don't want to be full tempo, or we don't want to be a full Grixis controller. So we want to be right in between, pressuring our opponent's life total while having a strong late game in the form of Cryptic Command, Kolaghan's Command, Snapcaster Mage. A lot of games there, we actually got Tassiger rolling. We had like 8 mana out, and we just kept drawing 2 cards every turn, basically, while our opponent was playing 1 card a turn. So it definitely performed well to my liking. The sideboard, I think, could be adjusted a bit. Do we need all 4 Ancestral Vision in the sideboard? I'm not sure. We could trim down one. Do we need hard Graveyard Hate? If Living End rises in usage, maybe Nile Spellbomb is what we want to do. It's a one-sided Graveyard Nuke, which is better against decks like Living End. there were just a lot of times where I wasn't sure when to bring in Ancestral. So, like I said in some previous matches, if you think I should have brought in Ancestral in some games and I did it and I didn't, just let me know. I'd love to learn, and I know there's a lot of ways to play this deck. Um, Another Collective Brutality on the side also could be interesting. We didn't face any burn, but burn is a real trouble for this deck. So either another Collective Brutality, another Counter Spell, maybe another Counter Squall, or another Dispel could go a long way. Not sure if we need Anger of the Gods, to be honest. I mean, we have a lot of ways to deal with decks that go wide. So Engineer Explosive, but is it static? Plus, is it Static Caster? Could just be good enough. So in the future, maybe we can trim one Anger, one Ancestral. We could add maybe a Crumble even, more counter spells. There's a lot of ways you could take this sideboard. I think the Fulminators were great. The K command, Recursion, Fulminator really helped in that game 2 against Tron. And the fact that it's a non-negatable land destruction, was that? I mean, I'm not exactly sure if it was relevant against Blue Tron, but it felt like it could have been. If it was Molten Rain, they can negate it. It gets hit by those counter target non-creature spells. So I like Fulminator Mage. I like it's in combination with Kolaghan's command, especially with 22 lands and the ability to, really abuse that mana advantage. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed playing the deck. I'm definitely going to try to tune it some more, see how well it does, maybe in some more modern competitive leagues. But um, let me know what you think about this list. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, something in the comments. Let me know that you're watching, that you're enjoying the gameplay. We performed a lot better this week than last week's Young Pyromancer playlist. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. And I hope to see you next time. See you later, and thanks.